in the room.
No,
she's not a Browns fan.
You heard the owner was at some kind of restaurant out here. I think it was in Columbus or somewhere. But this guy goes and he meets a table full of Browns fans, and they had one Steelers fan at the table.
I heard that.
And he walks away, goes to buy a round of drinks for the whole table, and he gives everybody a drink except the Steelers fan gets a bowl of onions.
Oh,
Yeah,
Good thing I like onions.
crazy.
Hater.
Eat them like apples.
All I gotta say is just bringing it back. Odell is the bomb, and he's going to get it for us.
Thank you.
Just saying. But moving right along. Okay, so do you guys remember That's So Raven, the show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the guy, the young little chunky round-faced brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so his real name is Kyle Macy. So he's 27 years old. I'm just gonna let you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's being sued by a 13-year-old girl because he's been sending nude shots and Snapchats of his penis direct. How you feel about that? To a 13-year-old. He said he was just joking.
How you joke?
What kind of joke is that?
No.
You can't joke, can you?
No.
How was your penis?
I'm saying, fully in your hand.
No, that's
What's
not
with
good.
these Disney?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think they were
Personalities.
abused. Something had to happen, like
I
a
think
long
Disney
time.
messing them up.
I think so too.
He's still 13 in his head.
Clearly, something ain't
He's
right.
How old now?
Huh?
27.
He's 27, and he was like, he met her when she was 4, and he was like a father figure for her, quote unquote. So the mother let her go out there and visit him, and then when she came home, he started sending her pictures of the
figure
penis.
for a 4-year-old.
What?
Yeah, these people aren't abused. You know, those Disney kids who have grown up in the spotlight like that, and who have been fed with a silver spoon. They think they can do what they want to do, just like most stars do.
Most of
And
them.
we need to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
Jail,
Right.
jail.
Right.
All right. So you said stars, so we're gonna move right along.
Okay.
So you know Wendy Williams and Howard Stern are feuding.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna read this to you. So it seems like Wendy is always in some type of drama because she's a drama queen. So this is what she said. She said Howard has lost his edge. You never will be me. You could never be me. You could pretend to be me. You can't pretend to be like me. But you're not, boo boo. First of all, who want to be like her? I mean, I'm just saying. Who wants to? You want to be like her?
No.
Okay, clearly not. So he just responded and called her a jealous bee. I didn't say it, Nick. Come on now, don't look at
I
me
didn't
like
say.
that.
I'm just looking because I'm thinking. You know, Howard Stern is a heavy hitter in the
He
radio
is.
world.
And he just politely just said that and just told her like we don't even compare.
Right.
Who wants to
You're
be
not
like
even
you?
on my level.
Get on my level.
Sound like the narcotics talking.
I mean, seriously.
I think she still might be a little
You think?
tipsy.
Just a little bit. I mean, like she's the drama queen
Still-
all around.
Still got a little residue.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But lastly, shout out and congratulations goes out to J-Lo and Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, I was
on
happy
their
to hear
recent
that.
engagement. But I think this is J-Lo's like third engagement.
Third time's a charm.
She got more rings than Jordan.
I mean, I think so. I'm just saying. She changed men like we changed our clothes.
So who was this? Was it? She wasn't engaged to Diddy, was she?
I think she was.
No, she wasn't engaged. I think they were dating. They weren't engaged.
They were on the verge of.
Okay, on the verge. So Mark Anthony.
Listen, honey, we don't even need to go down.
I want to know now. How many is it?
Too dang many. Sorry, y'all.
Right.
Too many. Okay. We just want to.
Can you ever have too many though?
engagements?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Come
think
on.
so?
Come on now.
It's
Come
not
on.
like she's the one asking.
Listen.
Her suitors
Not
are
even.
asking.
Listen,
They can ask as many times as they
tons
want.
of suitors.
I mean, how many times are you going to do it? After a while,
However
it's
many
just-
times it takes.
At this point, she just Tatiana for real right now.
Oh, Tatiana. Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
Good stuff. Well, this is the drip, and we out.
Hey guys, it's your girl Nick,
Ms. Mar,
and you're listening to The Drip,
discussing real issues and perspectives.
Tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
You can find us at Instagram at The Drip Podcast 19, Facebook, The Drip PCast 19, Twitter, The Drip _NM, Tumblr at The Drip PCast 19.
Drop us an email at thedrippodcast19@gmail.com.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe
on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Google Play Music, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud. Don't forget your coffee. Keep it locked. The Drip.
You're listening to The Drip Podcast with Nick and Mar.
We need a refill of coffee. Hey, we're back with The Drip. It's your girl, Nick.
I like that.
Yeah. Drip. I was just saying we need a refill of coffee. I hope you guys have your coffee this morning. Or your beverage of choice. Your tea, whatever you're drinking.
Right. Sounded a little judgy.
No, you're drinking peach tea. So that's cool, you know. I hope you have your drink.
What kind of peach tea is that? Let me get some.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Or 12 o'clock. What's the saying? It's 12 o'clock somewhere. All right, so gender roles in relationships, guys. When you first hear that, what comes to your mind, Cam?
Not cooking.
Really?
Yeah. I refuse to cook. I don't like cooking.
Okay, so basically in relationships, males and females seem to fall into a category of domestic roles. Somebody say something. Something. So in society, in relationships, it's deemed that the women are supposed to clean, cook, rear the children, take care of the children, nurture the children, take care of household stuff. Men are supposed to do the labor within the household, like fixing stuff, fixing cars, paying bills, going to work. How much of that is relevant in today's society when you're talking about relationships or marriages?
About 10% of that.
10%? What do you guys think?
I think that whole concept is antiquated. Like, while I don't expect my significant other to like shingle the roof or paint the house, not like that. I also don't expect her to wait for me to change the light bulb. Which, you know what I'm saying? Sit in the dark. So if you could do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, you know what I mean? But as far as like women taking care of the house and the men taking care of everything outside, that's old.
It's old.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's equal.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's confusing for a lot of people as it relates to what to expect at any given time. If there's no clearly defined role, then everybody feels sort of like the other person is responsible for it. But then you've got a lot of things going on in our society. I think that has to do with even our music. Remember the song INDEPEEN? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? So it didn't only teach us how to spell, but it also taught us how to be confused. Because when you do something that, you know, a woman can do for herself, she might not be she might be quick to let you know, I don't need you to do this. So now I'm not going to think to do certain things that you would expect me to do because I'm afraid that you might come back at me saying, I don't need you. Because it only takes one disagreement for them to come at you with, and I could do this for myself.
Clearly you can, though.
What's that?
You can do it by yourself.
there are things that can be done by yourself, but it gets confusing. It gets confusing when a woman says, "Why ain't the men stepping up? Why won't they be men? Why don't you open the door for me?" I mean, on the way over here, it was somebody I was in my Lyft ride, and she was saying, "How come the man don't open the door no more?" Well, the man would open the door, but maybe you said something that made him feel like, I'm not going to step on her toes. I'm going to let her do for herself.
Or maybe you're not giving him a chance to do it.
That too.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I operate like that now. I will wait to the side until my husband comes to open the door. I'm not touching the door.
Right.
You know, and most women just rush through the door. What
But
are
was
you
that-
hun for? You like, huh? What are you hun for?
Now, we had that discussion a lot. You're not supposed to touch a door when you're with me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just me, though.
Yeah, because even when I'm with my brothers, they will do certain things. And I guess it's just the way we've been brought up.
Okay, but would you say it's like a millennial change? Because some of these...
Here you go again with that millennial
I'm
thing.
just saying.
Nobody talking about millennials.
I'm just saying.
Always putting
But-
everything on us.
You know, I'm just... They may not be shown or raised like we were raised. And they don't know what to do. Because I've seen a young man open the door for an older lady. But that's because he was raised by his grandmother. And his grandmother was like, this is the things that you're supposed to do. Then I seen a guy that was in his teens that just closed the door in a woman's face. So, I mean, it's all about how you were taught. That's what I think.
Okay, so let's take millennials out of it. Let's talk about the old heads that still...
The old heads.
Yeah.
The OG.
But what if you look at it from the perspective that we have a generation of men who are the products of being raised in a single parent household where the single parent was the mother. But we're also dealing with a lot of women today who are saying these men ain't this or they're not that. But they was raised by the same women. So who are you blaming? Are you blaming the man or the one that raised them? Now, in addition to it, you got a lot of men like myself. My father wasn't in the house, but I had to become the father that I didn't have. So in a lot of ways, I had to find mentors that would help me see things from a better perspective than what I had before. But you still got to deal with sort of the mentality of the women who are saying, you know, I could do things by myself, you know, and the men ain't doing nothing out here. So they come to me with the idea that, you know, I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, is that wrong, though?
I'm not saying it's wrong, but what I'm saying is that how do you get into this space where you can have a balance of what my role is and let me have that space where if I was raised to open the door for you, if I was raised to take the garbage out, change the light bulb, to do the things that would be traditionally a male's role, let me do it, but don't tell me that I'm not needed, because there's a certain amount of need that a man needs to feel in the relationship.
Okay, so were you going to say something?
I was going to say, I feel like those need to be defined
In the very
early
beginning.
on.
Yeah.
If that's what you want your role to be, you need to say that, so then I can make sure I step to the side when those things need to be done. Other than that, I'm going to just do it. Why sit around and wait?
But do we get into conflict because some of those things are unspoken and just expected?
Yeah.
Maybe it's more, not that it's just so much expected, but maybe also
Because we can't
it's
assume.
kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to make that first step to get the neck chopped off for doing something that you thought was just going to be a kind gesture or just an expectation. You step out to do something and she tells you, I don't need you to do that. I mean, perfect example. Now, women, I've asked friends of mine, not friends, but people that have been interested in me. I say, how you doing? They say hi. They will come at me interested first. And I say, well, what's your last name? Or how old are you? Now, you asking too much information now. You just trying to get too much information. And I'm like, wait a minute, how's that too much information? But they're afraid because of ID channel, First 48, Snapped. They think it's somebody trying to run some kind of background so they can
Criminal
run up on them
Minds.
later on, you know? So all that's working against you too. So you like, wait a minute. So is the gender role such that now I need to be scared of the woman? Because I don't know if you